Zubin, thanks very much. It's a pleasure to be on the court. Not going to lie, pretty cool to hold this mic flag and talk with Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. This is very reminiscent of the time you tried to transfer from Nazareth to Oswego, then return back to Nazareth. They booed you without mercy, as I recall. Similar to Kevin Durant here.
All four people, no. Listen, I think Mark and I were talking about it today. To me, Durant deserves a standing ovation for what he did for this organization. All he did was change locations of his job. I don't understand the fans booing him here tonight.
Well, you're right. He does deserve a standing ovation. I will predict that it will take place, but not tonight. At some point down the road, this franchise will acknowledge, and this fan base, the greatness of Kevin Durant, but it's just not tonight. Everybody here will boo him.
Guys, is it the fact he went to the Warriors? Is that the issue? He was earned free agency. If he would have gone someplace else to a team maybe they weren't up 3-1 in the series against last year, would that have made a bigger difference?
Well, to me, it hurt for him to go to the Warriors, but at the same time, talking to people around the city today, they felt misled. At no point did he question what was taking place. At no point did he question his teammates, the organization. He was in love with this place, so they're in shock, and they feel like a jilted lover.
Well, I think it is somewhat due to the Warriors. Shot 39% over the last 3 games in that series, where they were one step from being in the finals. And then I also think it's how he handled his exit, not contacting Westbrook, Billy Donovan, or the owner early enough. I think that stings a little bit too.
Hey, this is a basketball game tonight, but it's so much more. It's an event. You felt the build-up all week, but let's do a little bit of X's and O's. I mean, what do you think we see tonight? I mean, I could see a scenario where Westbrook just goes off. I mean, beyond just a triple-double.
Steve, they don't want to hear about X's and O's. Are you kidding me?
Listen, the Warriors have the most talent in the NBA by a huge jump over the next best team. If they're playing well, they're winning by 25 tonight.
Jax?
I think when you talk about this Warrior team offensively and defensively, they're going to keep the ball out of the hands of Westbrook and force other guys to make plays. They're a tough team when they're locked in the beat, so they've got to be the favorite pretty much every night.
Do you see Durant getting rattled? I mean, he's played great in big spots. Could he be rattled by this atmosphere here tonight?
Well, to me, I see him being rattled, which is shocking because for an all-time great scorer, that's a shocking description. But I see him being rattled because it's going to be a shock, this place that embraced him, all of a sudden booing him.
Well, I think the thing is, he doesn't need to play well for them to win. That's the difference. When he was in Oklahoma City, he had to play well for them to win. Last night, he was very average, and they won on the road by 20. So he's got such firepower, I don't really think it matters.
And, Steve, I will also say this. If he's going to be rattled at all, he has the right group supporting him. The teammates will recognize that and support him from beginning to end.
How about the other side? You get the sense, his Russell's supporting cast is obviously a much lesser extent of the talent than what the Warriors have. You get the sense the Thunder teammates will support Russell Westbrook and have his back tonight on the court.
Not only support Russell Westbrook, but they're going to support themselves because a lot of them were here. A lot of them feel the same way. So it's a big moment and a big game for them. They're going to be ready.
And I think it's an undertold story how good they have done despite Durant leaving.
Absolutely.
They've been injured all year. Westbrook's had a great year, so it's all been about triple-doubles, but it should be about, hey, they're in the playoffs. When great players usually leave a team, they crater. Here, they've withstood it, and they're right in the mix.
Thunder probably can get as high as 4, probably as low as 7 in the Western Conference in the playoffs. The testiness that is sort of bubbling underneath here, do you think that transfers over to the court in any way tonight?
I don't think so. It's respect both ways. It should be a very entertaining, exciting basketball game. I don't think we'll see any of that.
I hope so. I don't mean but I hope it's competitive. And one thing that the Thunder have done when Durant has destroyed them in the first 2 games, they've let him run free. They haven't put a body on him. Listen, if you let Durant run free, you got no shot. You got to be up and into him and make him feel you. And when he puts it down and goes to the rim, Steven Adams has got to introduce himself.
This guy sounds like a coach.
Draymond said he wishes Zaza Pachulia was here because that might create some testiness too, right?
So does the Thunder.
Right? Hey, it's been a wild atmosphere. So much hype leading to this game. We look forward to the call on with Mike Breen, and nice being on with you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. Send it back to you guys in the studio.